here's the thing, folks. We got Patreon, and the reason why I'm doing this show early is not just to advertise to you. Look at that, because you got the $5 membership with the free episode every Monday. Every Monday, you get an extra episode of The Mexcellence for $5. It's right there. But you get also some added benefits. If you're part of the Super Mexcellent for $10 a month, you get a shout-out on our big old verbal list end credits, thank you. But nobody's actually on that tier. Everybody's on the Super Mexcellent 2 Turbo tier, and you get the raffle entry, which is what we're gonna do right now. But if you're Super Mexcellente Deluxe, you get 2 raffle tickets, and if you're El Gran Chile, you get 3 raffle tickets, and you get a show of your choosing. That's right, a whole entire show. Our last El Gran Chile, at least one of them, decided for us to do the top 5 side characters, which is one of the ones that we did in the near future. And we also did AI reactions and the morality of AI last episode, so check it out. But it's also the first... Shut the fuck up with the rappers! I'm on edge.
You're edging?
Constantly. Why do you think I'm always so sweaty when I start the show? But before everything, it's the start of the month, and therefore the start of us rolling out the red carpet, because there is now only one. You know what? You told me, hey, I got some stuff come up. That's fine. Things come and go every month, you know, when it comes to money. But you know what? Now that there's only one. There can be many, but there's only one. El Gran Chile, Isaiah Riley. He's El Gran Chile. Isaiah Riley is El Chile, El Gran Chile. You get a song. We've established that. El Gran Chile, Isaiah Riley. Welcome to the fold again. Once again, bring in the pain. You get another episode this month, so we'll decide on that too. And here's the other thing, though. There's other lower tiers that get shouted out. Timothy Lane Jr. technically has 2 topics we can bring up for Compas. So, Timothy, I messaged you earlier. Give me those ideas of what you want us to talk about, and we'll get into it, and we'll make sure we have people who could speak on it, hopefully.
You got like 9 days, because there's no compas next week.
It's all right. You got time to think about it, but it could be a whole Timothy Lane Jr. show. That's how it works when you pay us money.
Top 5 things about Timothy Lane.
Right. First, his name. I like how he has 3. And that being said, we also have the Super Mexcellent 2 Turbo tier, Austin Broja, Christina, L_Lope, Maggie Raquin 23, Sin Oro, and Wimp Lo. Thank you for joining us. And here's the thing. Oh my God, everybody has their name on the raffle for the free mexmerch.com t-shirt. What is that you say? Mexmerch.com. That is something I haven't updated in a long time because it got more expensive. So technically the new shirts are still the old shirts. But look at that. Street Vendors is a cool-ass shirt. We got all sorts of cool shirts. Thank you, at the Mexcellence. Thank you, Anime. You like anime? Win that. Look at you could buy now and pay later with PayPal. So you know what? Doesn't matter. You're going to get a free one of you on this list right here. Maggie won last time, and contrary to popular belief, she did actually want her shirt. So we'll be mailing both of them out at the same time. So are you guys ready for some football?
I was about to say, we can just walk home with it. Maggie appears once in a while.
I got to get it made. I don't have any shirts in her size in my possession.
Oh. Unless
she wants a 4XL t-shirt for some reason, unrelated to the Mexcellence.
I was about to say, we can cut it and then sew it
She can
together.
have this shirt that I'm wearing.
Okay, well then, Maggie, you'll get a game-worn shirt of the Mexcellence.
It'll be signed.
It'll be signed by just JJ, and you'll be like, why did JJ ruin this shirt with his signature? But are you guys ready for some football?
Yeah.
All right. Who's going to win? We're going to do a what? Do we do the third winner or the first winner? We didn't do any tamples. We didn't do any tests.
First winner.
We didn't do any tests. Let's see. There's no results. So let's take a look. And we spin.
Wheel of Mexcellence. Spin, spin, spin. Tell us the Patreon who should win.
Ooh,
it's going to be... Oh, the one-hitter quiz. Is it going to go to... Oh, Rakim! 23! Won by the skin of their teeth. Seen Oro. Better luck next time, buddy. You were right there. I'm sorry. And Isaiah Riley, I mean, look at... You had 3 entries, and it was on the complete opposite side, so I do apologize. But it says right there, Rakeen23. So, Rakeen, I will be in touch with you on Patreon. I'll get your information, and I'll send all of that over. We do have a lot of cash this month because TikTok was, like, nice to us last month, and now they're being real fucking punk bitches about everything. So, as of right now, fuck TikTok and TikTok's mama. So... There you go.
China?
Yeah, actually, why not? Why not? The whole Communist Party can fuck right off. Not that TikTok is the Communist Party, or I don't know how that works. There's a whole...
I was about to say, like, we have not talked about that.
There's a
We
whole
don't do
thing.
politics, but
Right.
it's like, I'm surprised the amount of, like, moderate Republicans and then liberals that are like, yes, TikTok should go, and then hardcore Republicans and then leftists are like, no, I want to see my cat videos.
Right. Because look, if Instagram...
After my story yesterday, I gained 1 new follower. Now I have to use it.
If Instagram or fuck YouTube, you stupid bastards. You're the ones that have a video platform and can't do fucking videos right. You dumb idiots. And Facebook, that's just where old people go to die and have
what's
the in
funny
remembrance
is,
Facebooks. I'm fucking pissed.
You know how Facebook spies on you
Oh,
all
like
the
Florida.
time? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, you know, Facebook spies on you all the time.
All the time.
And then it creates this algorithm for you. I was like, oh, they found my inner grandpa because, like, all I get are fishing videos.
Oh, dude.
And it's like,
Yeah. I'm getting tagged
we
in
got an egger.
Egger.
Yeah, that's what I
Egger.
said.
Good God.
That's what I said.
I know that's what you said, but without the context of the video, people are going to think something else.
There's no way.
Oh, the lobster guy?
Yeah, the lobster
Yeah,
guy.
the lobster guy who tags
friendliest
the
catch.
tails.
I get him on TikTok, actually.
That's what I'm saying. He got in trouble. I'm just clarifying so you don't get canceled.
For saying egger?
Yes, because you said it's an, which is the appropriate grammatical term, but he also got almost canceled because he's like, eggs. I mean
think he got
eggs.
canceled.
Everyone was like, oh. And he's handsomer than you, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, bro, he's
You
on
get
the sea.
you
He's
get-
got
I know.
that sea wind
You don't
breeze.
have pretty privilege there. That's all I'm saying. What was I saying? I was going to say something else.
Yeah, bro, I'm not on the sea. I
Oh.
can't get pretty sea privilege.
You know what Facebook is giving me? I'm getting tagged in, I believe, Chinese breastfeeding spam videos now. It's like soft toes tagged you in a photo, and I click on it, and it's some Chinese spam where it's somebody doing breastfeeding or like just some porn, just like straight up pornography. I don't know what it is, and
Right
I'm
off the
fucking
bat?
sick of it. Yeah, just
First one
porno.
is the crawfish season. Second one is a crab.
Is
Third
this
one is a
Facebook?
dude. Yeah. Third one is a dude fishing. Then it's mommy bait. Then it's a lobster. Like I'm telling you, they just straight up want me to get seafood.
I'm kind of scared.
I'm like, hey, fine. I'm looking at mine. I got I got Hot Toys, Luke Skywalker. We're talking about videos. Let's see. Where did the videos?
Yeah, you got to
at?
go to reels. I'm not talking about like what your friends are posting.
Okay, I got an ad for fish skin MacBook accessories. Oh, fuck, I don't. Where are the videos at? I don't even know.
Got
where they-
random Amazon finds. More random Amazon finds.
There we go.
A waiter taught me this trick. Some dude making a
No, bro, I got
gate
like
out of,
90%
like,
seafood.
PVC pipe.
90% seafood. That's
a whole
the name
lot
of
of
our punk band.
batteries. What the hell kind of... What is this?
Okay, I got Dude Perfect. Okay, Dude Perfect videos I do get caught on pretty good. When a 197 IQ scientist gets caught for murder, arcade
this.
game,
It shoots batteries.
something in Hindi, when boxers actually hated each other, a guy getting a car unstuck, a guy with a hole in his fucking face. Ew! What the fuck was that, dude? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
I was about to say the only thing I've got like that is a crab with a hole through it, and it's like you can see its gills.
I know this is a guy. Look at he got a hole in his face.
Oh man,
I got a doggy making a hole.
I could. Oh my god,
it's pretty dope.
this is a guy. You can see the back of his head.
You think he eats like that?
I don't know. I don't want to see that. Hi everybody. Long story short, Rakim won a shirt. We're gonna start the pre-show, not the pre-show, the real show. This is just for all the patrons out there. Rakim, you win a t-shirt. Congratulations. And be sure to support us on Patreon because it's the only thing that's going to keep us running. And we're going to not run anymore because TikTok's not giving us any money. So if you want the excellence to survive, be a patron or else we're going to die. And you'll never, ever, ever, ever see me again. What's so funny about that, JJ?
Facebook gave me a picture of this Venusaur smoking, and it's totally my jam.
That checks out.
Let me check real quick because I know Sam was worried about TikTok.
And updating my profile picture.
Who's their most problematic Buffy crush?
I don't know who Buffy the Vampire Slayer is, and I think it's Joss Whedon in that situation.
Wait, you had a crush on Josh Wheaton?
Well, if you did, he's
not
was
on the show.
a sex pervert, I think,
And then
allegedly.
and then it's Canelo memes, and then it'll be
Canelo memes, fine, but you know
It'll
what?
be Kendrick memes.
I've read all. I know how to that whole diss back and forth. Apparently, there's going to be a new one tonight. Fuck
By
you, Drake.
who?
By Drake. Fuck
Oh,
you,
I don't.
Drake.
I don't watch Drake's.
His little singy songies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, Drake. Shut the. You shut the. Yeah. TikTok, shut the fuck. I'm gonna get on a diss track now. Drake, shut the fuck up. TikTok, shut the fuck up. YouTube can suck my butt. Everybody go fuck themselves if you're not watching themexcellence anywhere on all sorts of social media. And if you're watching us, then don't fuck you too. But if you aren't watching us, fuck you too. God damn it.
Hang on, I think
K-pop buff guys, wiener dogs, and Korean desserts. Is that what the algorithm wants? I got some
sausages.
Actually,
We need sausages.
wiener sausages. Korean. What's a Korean dessert? Other than the K-pop
mochi?
members. That's Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know any specifically Korean desserts. Buff guys, we got one. TJ kinda. Hope you heard that. K-pop
Tommy, you don't know what's underneath that hoodie.
diabetes. That got him. I don't know. I'm told you I'm mad. Everyone's getting it. We're starting the show. Anime out.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Marcos. Now on this side. Hope everyone's having a great night. Looks like we got a hype train incoming. Thanks for welcoming us with
Thank
that,
you,
Tina.
Mama Tina. Appreciate you.
And-
Also, shout out. I'm gonna send her a text too. Delightful gift. I appreciated it very, very much. It's in my office. Next to my other I don't have a lot of figurines, so it's really just that. But I really, really appreciate it.
Well, who's speaking right now for the podcast listeners out there?
If you don't know my voice by now, then go listen to another episode. Actually, I haven't been on any recent ones. My name's TJ. Not on the ones y'all can afford.
And next to TJ in TJ's favorite animes shirt.
That's not true. I don't want to start that. I don't even
I'm
dislike it. I think it's fine. He's JJ.
I'm JJ.
Drop the T or curve it, and you've got the say.
Oh, it's still going.
Oh crap! We did all shuffle around, didn't we?
What do you
I was
mean?
On that chair.
Yeah, we
We got shambled.
Yes. Perfect.
well, right off the bat, I thought a fun little topic was because there's no video game news as far as I know. It's kind of like, at least in my head, all the big fighting games released something, and then it was like, all right, guys,
Well,
good luck with the rest of the year.
Helldivers. First of all,
Yeah, there's Helldivers. There's Stellar Blade.
Well, those are both also like last month to a degree. I'm just saying there's nothing.
It's been made for a day, Marcos.
we on the hot train. Come on, ride the train.
All right.
Got it.
Whoop, whoop. But no, let me. Marcos, there's no video game news on March 2nd.
May.
May 2nd. Fuck you. It's literally okay. So Stellar Blade came out 2 weeks ago.
I actually didn't know about Stellar Blade. I did put it in the group chat. Any video game news? And no, you didn't.
I said anime stuff. My brain was not in that. I'm gaming.
Everyone's playing Fallout again.
Everyone's
This is
playing
true.
Fallout again. The Fallout TV series, which I don't know we've talked about, but I'm certain it has been.
Yeah, it was on the TV review thing that you weren't on.
Yeah, did y'all actually watch the Fallout show?
Yes,
I watched it.
Oh, I heard it was good.
it was really good.
Okay,
don't
yeah, I'm
know
gonna
what-
check. I have it on my list to check out in May.
I have.
I'm replaying through Fallout 4 now.
I was about to say I have small issues with the ending. It's not bad. It's just kind of one of those things where if you leave it on a cliffhanger and you aren't guaranteed a season 2.
Oh, come on. They were guaranteed a season 2. And it's Amazon, right?
Yes.
Amazon's really good about giving things 2 seasons.
Oh, time out. Before we get more into topics.
Oh, of course. That's
Yes. Senior 2 Phones is here. Happy birthday, Senior 2 Phones.
we love you and thank you for your support. No, for reals.
Yeah, that was a really a legitimate, sweet thing to read where it's just like, it's your birthday. We're supposed to be giving you shit. And you gave us attention.
And you gave us attention, which means thank you so much for your time, your energy, and just showing up. What was I gonna, like, the Fallout
TV show is on Amazon Prime, so it was guaranteed a season 2.
Oh, no. I meant more so, like, I woke up today, and my life's just a blur right now, so I don't know time as concepts. I woke up, I saw that message, and I was like, that is
same,
so
but I'm pretty
sweet.
sure for different reasons.
No, the same reason. The same reason, actually.
Exactly same reason, actually.
Time has lost all meaning.
It started this week, so I was like, I don't know what time is, but no, really appreciate it.
Well, no, I really like the Fallout TV show. I don't know how it relates to the video games. I've never played one for longer than a mission kind of thing.
It's
same universe sideline.
Yeah. And it's at the end of the timeline, so the only thing that they're gonna have to probably like confirm is the ending to New Vegas. Like which one did they end up going with? Which one's canon?
Mm-hmm.
I will say in terms of video game TV shows, probably second or third. I haven't made a concrete list, and this is just personal opinion. I just like Twisted Metal the most, which also has one of those like, will it get a season 2 ending? I don't know, and that's on Peacock.
I think it got to season 2, right?
Yeah, it did, but it was like actually after it aired. But they were pushing Twisted Metal hard because at first they were trying to hide the show a little bit, like, Twisted Metal's coming out, and then once it got a little bit of acclaim, it was like you couldn't open Peacock without Twisted Metal staring at you in the face.
Honestly, I think it's only Netflix that's bad about second seasons, because Amazon's good. I don't know. No one knows what goes on in Maxland. They renewed Velma, so.
No, they didn't. They're.
Oh no! It was originally set for 2 seasons. Was that it?
No, they paid for 1 season, and then to like not have to pay the artists and animators again for a season 2, they split it in half, and they called it season 2, but they only paid for the 1 season.
That's dope.
See,
not dope. Actually, no, fuck them. That's dope.
So, best video game TV show or movie we didn't have ready, but like already Juke the Ronin is rocking the boat correctly. It's second after Arcane. I forgot about Arcane, and that was good.
Arcane's fantastic.
Arcane's really good.
I think if timing is right, I think it'll probably be next year we get that second season.
But I mean, you brought up Stellar Blade. Ramen Hibachi says there's a Stellar Blade controversy.
Yeah.
Censorship.
Which, look, I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to make this one quick. We got Stellar Blade as a game. I don't know why y'all niggas complaining. I said, shit, why are we... Look, I'm not... I thought Stellar Blade... I thought it was fine just the way it is, if I'm being honest. So I was like... The controversy was... I think it was promised like a certain outfit, and it wasn't completely like... how to put it, as revealing as expected. And I said, I don't know what type of revealing you mean, because all these outfits look as revealing as they can be.
We received level 2 hype train emotes.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I'm looking at it, and I'm not like the most aware.
The internet saw this and was like, you promised us hornier.
And that game is plenty horny. Also good. I heard it's very, very good. It's on my list of games to... Oh my god. It's on my list of games to play this month. Because I've heard it's good.
Yeah.
It's not prioed over anything. That's why I'm not playing
I might
now.
check it out, but Fallout and Helldivers has overtaken my life.
Helldivers is great. Helldivers is a great time.
People come over just to play Helldivers and then leave.
Yeah. It's going to happen again when my brother comes.
Who said, I've heard, like, what is it? Bransdale, I've heard it's really good, actually. Even some of the tougher critics have been very fair on it. And so, yeah, heard it was pretty good. I think it floats around that 8. 8. Some people have it around there, a little low, a little higher, which is, I think it's a solid gaming experience. And in a world where you're getting an 8 and a sea of not 8s, I'll take that.
Well, we don't have a lot of video game news. Apparently, we did have some. But I just wanted to ask, since we always get to throw it back to a evergreen topic, and this one, what is your favorite party video game? Like you got 8 people coming over to your crib for whatever reason. And it was actually inspired by, I had a coworker tell me that I'm having a party, I'm busting out the old Jackbox kind of thing. And I was like, well, Jackbox is pretty evergreen, but also I feel like you could do better.
Yeah. I kind of get bored of Jackbox, like, pretty.
Well, you had to play it for months during fucking COVID.
Yeah.
Well, my problem with
my company thought, this will be fun.
for me with Jackbox, I only played Quiplash for so long that now when I play anything else on Jackbox, I'm like, this is actually interesting. This is kind of good time.
Yeah.
I just hate all the drawing ones because I really suck at drawing. And
No, there's some artists, bro. Like, I feel you. It's like, maybe you don't suck. They're just that good. I'm like, we have a cell phone.
there are 2 things I hate in video games, drawing and time limits. And guess what the Jackbox games have? Both.
I was about to say, most people will be struggling on that, the trivia, the Murder Night trivia.
I'm decent at that one, but yeah, it will ask like some fucking weird ass questions that I'm like, what? How am I supposed to get the circumference of a moose? Like, I don't.
I don't know how somebody drew a whole ass Goku on there.
Yeah, man.
Let's start with you, JJ. What do you do? 8 people coming over. Which, let me tell you right now. I'd be having that many people at my house, like
Your birthday.
and that is not for that. That's for I like I'm using strictly video games. But
Okay.
Like I like board games. So board games are usually used for a lot of people. But if you're talking strictly video games.
With my crowd, it's usually been Smash or Mario Kart. Those are the 2.
I think I've said on the show I have a utter disdain for Mario Kart, but you know.
Really? Did Key embarrass you?
No one embarrassed me at Mario Kart except myself. No, it's it's one of the ones. Look, I just didn't go up on it, and what I mean by that, it was like never something I played with my brother. I only played it with friends sometimes, maybe.
Yeah.
It wasn't really my rock.
I didn't really like Mario Kart until maybe Double Dash. Because I sucked at 64 Mario Kart and I sucked at Super NES Mario Kart, like the original OG Mario Kart. I sucked hard at both of those, and I generally don't like racing games.
Oh, I will say the chat is full with Mario people right now. Mario Kart, Smash Bros. Emiliano was saying, risk playing the board game.
Now, if we're talking like board game real quick, fuck you up in some Catan. Run them fades. I
don't know a lot of people that pride themselves in Catan, and when they do, yeah, it's pretty tough.
Actually, in general, I fuck you up in any board games. I like board games a lot. Come over any time, catch these ones. But usually when I have a lot of people over, yes, Smash is a safety net. Madden actually.
Madden, really?
We do Madden, and we'll do four sticks. Take turns. I have so many fighting games that I'll literally just pull something up and be like, all right, we run in the ones, and we'll take turns, King of the Castle style, on whatever fighting game you want, because I literally have every single one except Tekken 8, which I'm probably gonna get this weekend.
Yeah, I've been meaning to pick that up.
So yeah, that's usually me. So, and
is your
Bros,
fighting game
no
of
items on? Stop it.
I was about to say on that note, that's something that you and Sam have argued about, because Sam's like, you just don't like fun, and it's just, I get both arguments, really.
No, I mean, yeah, if I... Well, no, I'm not going to do it. I just,
He's already mad. You can say what you want.
I like do... Unlike
piss him off just a little bit more.
I don't like to poke. I don't like to poke the bear.
I don't like to...
What if it's gummy?
He eats the bear. Just no, but
We were splitting the bears before you got here, but go.
I definitely. I don't know, because I like. I don't know. I just like things with a challenge. So.
Oh, okay.
So anything that takes away from that or makes it like an unfair challenge, it's not fun to me. I like to teach the world it's not fair.
So that's why you just dominate everyone in Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Hey man, one hand beat Tommy. It was a sad day. I was not happy about that.
I'm still looking forward to the day that I can get you and Goodwin on that right game someday.
Hey man, anytime. He knows where I live. He doesn't, but he knows my city.
I'm really surprised that you haven't moved in like 3 years on that note.
Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. That's a solid pull.
I to your point, I haven't moved because I like my apartment. It's just I've thought about it. Then I said
it's the way I was with my first apartment.
I'm like rent's good. Rent's good. It's in a good area. It's very spacious for what I get, so I'm not too mad about it.
The only thing I hated about my first apartment was the area. Like, the area really kind of sucked. But rent was affordable. It was a decent size for, like, a one-bedroom, and, like, they took care of shit. Like,
That's the other thing. Like, if something's wrong with my apartment, maintenance is there next day. The one thing that I'll always give respect for was our shit was flooding one day, like for some random reason, and the like office manager, not even the maintenance person, the person who runs the office came through and was hauling buckets with me. Like, that's what's up. So I said, y'all care.
I was actually surprised that when JJ had a leak in his bathroom, they were there that day. I was like, all right, I'm sorry, JJ, it'll be fixed like on Friday. And they were like, no, bro, what's up? Like, let me take a look.
Can't be having that. Okay. Actually, that's a good note. Just in general, like not necessarily like 8 people over. Yeah. If you're talking like but I'm playing like with a large group of people. I'm a big PC fan. There's so many great PC games that I've. Oh,
because Brad brought up PUBG.
I play a lot of PC games with people, and have recommendations on deck. But a lot of my like, how to put it.
oh yeah, there's one game that I regret I didn't jump on because when Steam launches a game, it's usually like 15% off. Shoshingo, which is a learn Japanese style game.
Ooh.
And what it is like you're basically making your own flashcards. They'll give you a word in Japanese, and they won't tell you what it is, and you have to just like take a picture of it. And then, eventually you're going to have a bunch of flashcards with different words, and you're going to learn the words. Hopefully. That's the theory. Inu?
That's nice.
I like how relaxing this is.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the summer sale, which is probably next month.
The summer sale about to hit different this year. I got time for it. What about you, Marcos?
Oh, my answer is really simple, and it is kind of a PC game as well as I've had it for the Dreamcast. No, I would like Counter-Strike, but that gets complicated. And I had it for the PS4. I don't have it for my current Xbox, but it's Worms.
Dude, Worms. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little defense. If you haven't played Worms, it doesn't make sense why it's fun. But it's a good time.
Every time I feel like everyone starts, because it's not like Mario Kart or Mario or Smash. There's just people that play it often enough that they're going to be a lot better than you. But Worms is like, you pick that up once a year, everyone's still figuring out how to use the ninja rope all over again.
Dog. If you're good at Worms, I have questions for you. You should never be good at Worms. You should just be adequate enough because you.
All right, so when I got my first PlayStation, it was the only disc that worked. I got my PlayStation from the Pulga.
Doesn't count, JJ. I have questions.
It came with 30 games, all of them scratched to shit.
You're a drug runner. Like, I can't trust you if you're really good at Worms.
I'm not really good, but
You're pretty good.
I'm pretty good. I can calculate the wind pretty accurately.
Oh, no, man. It's still like that old school tank game with the wind. It's like, this might hit you. This might not hit you. I can't find anybody using the ninja rope, but I've seen some people fucking Spider-Man their way around.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
No, there's some people who are super good at it. But what I like about Worms, at least I've played there's one on Xbox One that was on Game Pass for a while that a group of us played. Just the weapon diversity is always a funny time. Just a really funny ass time. But I think it takes you back to like a core where, like, remember when you gang up around a computer?
Yeah.
You guys would be taking turns on like tanks or some shit. It like reminds me and makes me feel of that.
I will say, and it might be a little outdated depending on the version you have. Like Worms Armageddon is 1999. I do like playing with the hats and the accents and stuff, but I mean, some of the jokes are not gonna hit the same in 2024. I'm almost 1,000% sure.
I am the first one to pick. Like, I mean, the black one sounds very questionable. I don't even know how they got past that Hispanic one. There's some of the voices in there. I'm like, that's questionable.
It's their Team 17 is based in.
I guess if you're like equally,
That's kind of how they got away with it.
I was about to say, if you're equally offensive to everyone, it's okay because there's like Irish and like Italian stereotypes in it too.
It's universal, like assholery. But to JJ's point, which I didn't know, if you're European, they all about the stereotypes.
Like you'll shoot an Irish character and it'll be like, my potatoes.
That's literally what it'll say.
Oh, gang beast.
Actually, because Maggie brought this one up, Chicken Horse. Have you ever played that one?
Nope.
Oh, damn. Chicken Horse is pretty fun. So all it is you start over here at the house. You're one of 3 characters, and it's the flag. And it's like a game of horse. The first person to make it to the flag without the other person getting it wins. But every game, you can become more and more of an asshole to the point where it's just like, yeah, this is damn near unwinnable now.
Mario Maker.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I believe it was free for a little bit on Xbox. It might still be free on Steam.
You lost me, Maggie. No WoW LAN parties.
I don't know if anybody does. Well, when I asked JJ
I don't know why
about,
you'd even pitch that to JJ. Like, that's a no.
well, I asked JJ like what video game news is there, and it's like apparently WoW had been hiding their numbers for how many active users there was for a decade, and they finally released it, and it was like, yep, it's really bad.
Yeah, they're at GDC right now, I think, and someone, quote unquote, leaked it. It's not really a leak because the numbers, it's at GDC. They were going to come out anyway. But they showed that off to people and investors and whatnot. And yeah, the numbers ain't great. Like, pretty much what everyone suspected, that like, oh, Lich King was the pinnacle. And then it's been downhill from there. Accurate.
Well, I mean,
there's ebbs and flows, right? Where like,
it picks up a little bit.
It'll pick up a little bit, but it never reaches that same high that it had with Lich King.
You know, just my thoughts. The problem is Blizzard. Blizzard.
Well,
okay, making an MMO is a lot of work. Semicolon. However, WoW's been going on for a hot minute.
WoW's been going on for a long time, but the big issue that everyone's been bringing up, and I think they're correct, is that since Warlords of Draenor, roughly.
Timeline for me.
I was about to say, that sounds made up. Like
Warlords of Draenor, so it's Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Warlords of Draenor.
Okay, thank you.
I think. I could be wrong. It's not like I worked for them.
Wrath of the Lich King was how? Like
2006.
Like that, because I remember being in school and like hearing about that. Yeah.
But since roughly around Warlords of Draenor, the development team hasn't, I wouldn't say they've been lazy, but they've been like, all right, we got to launch an expansion every 2 years. What can we do to like spice things up? And they've been doing this system where the fans have called it borrowed power. You get this thing, and you build it up, and you make it strong and powerful, and by the end of the expansion, you lose it. And then next expansion rolls around, you got this thing. The next expansion after Warlords was Legion. You got this artifact weapon. It's super powerful, and you can build it up with artifact power, and it's going to have all these other things that you can do with it. And then at the end of the expansion, you're going to have to sacrifice your artifact power and your artifact weapon to defeat the big bad. And then the next expansion rolls around. You got this necklace that gives you extra talents and extra powers. And you can build it up with Azurite. So they've been on that cycle for several expansions, and people have been taking notice of it.
Yo, I came into WoW talk. What the fuck?
Man, get lost. It's your boy Shu.
I forgot
14
about
months.
the pandas.
Thank you for being 14 months is a long time. Jesus.
With a cool name.
I do like that.
I forgot about Mr. Pandaria. That's in there somewhere. That's before Warlords of Draenor.
Well, let's stop boring them with World of Warcraft talk. And then you wanted to have a little bit of a discussion. I'm not sure where you want to go with it, so I might give you just the floor for this. But when we did our show...
I did not want to have a discussion. I said a statement, and then I said, we'll save it for the anime show to tell you that you're wrong.
About the big three?
No. Big three's fine.
Oh, what was the statement?
No new big three.
Oh, okay.
There's that's not a thing. That's not a concept. But sorry, I took your thunder away.
No, that's fine. That was one. It was kind of one of those things where Sam was just kind of like, "What's the new big three?" I hear about that all the time, and I was like, "I mean, it's either on its third iteration or it doesn't exist at all." Sam, I don't
exist. I subscribe to the philosophy that the big three was an era, not an actual like title. It's like the Attitude Era in wrestling.
It's both.
Yeah.
I think it's both. It's like it's a title given to a certain three, and it was an era where Shonen was just at its stupid peak. And to be honest, I think a lot of Shonen got through kind of the gate. I mean, because Shonen Jump is super cutthroat with a lot of things. Not to say things didn't get canceled at this time, but
no, they push things so that it's just like, hey, man, it's you dropped in sales a little bit, like
they'll cut that shit out. But what I felt like was the safety net of the big three was I felt like a lot of things were able to thrive because it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach were going on at the same time. Shonen didn't give a shit. They making bread. That's it. To the point, like, and it was on a Patreon episode. Yeah, what's the new big three? It's not a thing. You can't chase the same level of what that did in that era. Not to say there aren't things that are as big, if not, no, nothing's bigger, but as big, if not as impactful.
Well, I was about to say, like, the newest big three that I'd heard about, and it was still, like, I don't know, it was a while ago, 2 or 3 years ago, is, like, there's a dark big three, and I'm like, once you get into...
Oh, the seinen big three?
And I'm like, once you get into things like that, it's just like, that's like NWO Wolfpack. You're just watering things down at that point.
No, there are very big mainstream... I'm gonna vomit. Very big mainstream.
See, Demon Slayer, I believe JJK definitely is in the dark big three most of the time. I don't know if there is.
No, there's no dark big three. There's no big other big three. It's an era. I don't even want to entertain that idea. Okay, so
yeah, because then you get into the weeds of it, like.
Look,
It just becomes like my husbando is better than your husbando.
like, because when I think of all right, look, first of all, if we're talking about those three things in particular, MHA, Demon Slayer, and JJK, when it comes to like a good story, I only like one of them. Not to say,
but I feel like they started at uneven times, and they
and that's the other
Demon
thing.
Slayer's fully over.
Demon Slayer's been over for years. No one knows that. No one knows that Demon Slayer as a manga has been done for like years.
You can see how it ends.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
You can go to Barnes and Noble when they have their manga sale.
They just take their sweet ass time animating it so it can be pretty to elevate the story that is so mid. And it's fine. I like JJK. Let me put some context here. I like JJK Season 1 so much that I went and read all the way up to where I got caught up in the manga. I actually like most of the last arc.
Of JJK?
No. Of Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay, because you said...
Sorry, of Demon Slayer. Sorry, I like Season 1 of Demon Slayer so much I went to go read all of it, right? And I was like, oof. The story is fine.
Yeah, no. Whenever I try to like explain to someone what Demon Slayer is, it always ultimately comes back to me going like, well, it's about this little anime boy who tries really, really hard and eventually succeeds, which describes so many shonen.
and I mean, it's fine in terms of like, you know, Shonen is inherently derivative except for a few auxiliary examples, mainly just because they each take notes, have their own flavors, do their own things. But if you're really looking, and I can make some really out like other shonen recommendations that just aren't getting the love at the moment. Anime comes out later this fall. I have plenty of things in my gate. That said, I think that I don't even want to talk about MHA. Don't get me started on that. Hot trash ass.
Newest season starts this Saturday.
I don't give a fuck. Bro, I wish and this is not someone who hates just to hate. I read these shits. I'm caught up on MHA as it is right now. Unfortunately, latest arc has been the last couple arcs have been the most interesting, but they just MHA as a story is dumb. Not the point. Because it's just a big one, baby. It's just one piece. That's the only shit that it's the big one and a bunch of other bullshit. Jokes aside, I do like JJK. Not just anime, I actually like the story as well. And I actually kind of like where it's going. I mean, it hasn't ended yet. And there's still so many great shonen that get canceled. No.
I will say that we do have a music show coming up on Sunday. It is Patreon exclusive, unfortunately. But the whole thing about this Kendrick and Drake beef has led to anime people being like, mine.
That one line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one bar.
And they were almost all one piece.
It's the
Only one left.
It's just Big Me.
Not only did it start before the other two, it's outlived them.
Outlived them, running circles, still doing gangbusters numbers wise. Only motherfucker that said, "Oh shit, we decided to try in our animation, and then we take all the charts." They held back for years to give other niggas a chance, and then said, "Oh." Toei said, give them a budget. Shit broke the internet. Shit's getting a remake while the shit's going on. How the fuck does that happen? And a live action. That wasn't terrible. That's problematic.
I will say on the note, because My Hero Academia does start this weekend. I don't know, because they are speedrunning that. Like there is.
They have to.
Yeah.
Because there were some seasons where, Jesus Christ.
Well, they put good story. I was about to say they pushed Lemillion out last season. That dude didn't show up until the manga until like last September. Like they're speed running it because it's like, all right, it's that
he was around. He was around for a while.
No, he shows up in the last fight that's still happening right now. Yes. He didn't show up like to help Deku.
Wait, he didn't in the manga? I don't remember.
No, he did not show up to help Deku when Deku was Dark Deku or whatever the fuck is going on.
No, he
The
didn't.
closest we got to that was he was helping train the other heroes.
Yes, that's okay. Gotcha, Doug. I need to go back and reread.
No, but that's what I mean. Where it's just like they are double timing that anime to end, so it's probably only got like 2 seasons, maybe 2 seasons and a movie left.
Nah, it's making money. They'll be fine.
I will say that movie is good.
That just I'm just tired. I just want MHA to go because it had MHA had a lot of potential. Well, these kids are also like, are they still like starting their second year or some shit?
They just graduated their second year, I believe, in the anime.
They just graduated second year,
or maybe it's just their winter break because I just remember there's a music festival because it's like the semester's ending.
I think it's when they went through their first year, and that's like
just
where it ended.
First year, and then
and the worst part about MHA is you can have a way better MHA story in Vigilantes. That's the worst part. There's a whole other MHA series called Vigilantes, and it's way better. It's way better.
Suffering from that sword art thing,
where the side hoes are better.
Yeah, it's like Naruto. Yeah, but no. At least where I will say, My Hero Academia, when it started, I was really hyped about it because it was like
a lot, yeah.
It was comic book heroes through the manga lens. Also, they were allowed to be a little bit deeper. I mean, comics can be super deep, for sure, but it's just a different take on it. But now it's just taken over itself to the point where it's like, well, your head is so fucking far up your ass, where once it becomes like a quirk singularity and that comes into play, like when they mentioned that in season 2, I'm like, please get that away. Like, I want I want everyone to have powers and to live in that universe. I don't want this fucking black hole singularity to come out kind of thing.
I mean, it's just a matter of it. I'm leaving because I don't want to give MJ any more time. Yeah, the Dark Big Three was Hell's Paradise, Chainsaw Man. I knew what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hell's Paradise, Chainsaw Man, and Chad also mentioned it, and JJK. I don't agree with that, mainly because those are like, first of all, Hell's Paradise is its own thing. It's great. Hell's Paradise is one of the like, beginning, middle, and awesome. Great. Ends good. And how many things can you say ends good? No, ends great. People are way more positive than on Chainsaw Man than I am, but I ain't gonna hate the hate. Like Chainsaw Man is cool. I don't get that.
When you say you don't like it, do you mean the manga or the anime?
Oh, I love the anime. I think it got hate for unnecessary reasons.
Ah.
I'm with TJ. I think the anime is better than the manga. I think that's one that, like, yeah, watch it.
Okay.
But, that guy got fucking reamed for what he did to the anime, apparently. And I was like, bro, the anime is, like, cinematically good. It does match the tone.
The animation is better.
When they add fluff, it makes sense. Like, they add character moments. They don't add, like, unnecessary fluff.
I felt like Chainsaw Man was kind of, and this is a little bit of an unfair comparison, like Ready Player One, where it's just like, I see why people like the source material, but the source material and the movie are night and day, and the movie's legitimately better because they make the characters look like less of a creep kind of thing.
To explain, I think there's a lot of short anime. I think there's
that's my favorite type of anime.
I think there's an inverse. There's not a lot of long running franchises right now that are like, I don't think there's, I'm trying to think of a bunch. There's Black Clover's over. MHA, Demon Slayer is long running, but they run in seasons, so I guess that one counts as well. I don't think there's a lot of like long running. I think there's a lot of short. The good short.
Like one season and done.
One season and done. What have I watched recently?
I've been watching Sandland, but I don't know if that
counts.
Is one and done.
I think, is it not one and done? I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I haven't finished
it yet.
I haven't finished it. I'm on episode 5. I'm halfway. But I know the
Kingdom. But Kingdom. They did that anime dirty. They did that anime dirty. Kingdom has no right being as good as it is, and they did that anime dirty.
Well, we have a little bit of catching up to do because the previous Animexcellence episodes were almost solely based on Dragon Ball. So I just wanted to do a quick recap for whole animes that we missed and see what you guys' takes were.
Okay.
The first one is Solo Leveling.
Wait, are we reviewing or are we just chatting?
Just in general, what did you think? Was it good? I caught about half of it, and then I was just kind of like, this isn't for me.
Oh, man, you caught half?
Yeah.
You missed the awesome half.
That'll be so. Honestly, like I was off the anime train for a little bit at the beginning of this year, and I missed 2 good animes, is what everyone tells me. Because when you say you missed the best part of Solo Leveling, the next catch up is also on that kind of wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But go on, tell me what I missed.
Read Solo Leveling. So again, that's usually the context for a lot of these, except for one, which hopefully you'll talk about. But read Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling was dope. 12 episodes, kept it quick. Yeah, it was great. I mean, they had one fight scene. He got juggled. That shit was hilarious. Animation was good. I think a lot of like that's still one of the best to read, like easiest to look at, pretty to read manhwa out there. Solo Leveling. That artist he's the Murata, and I don't throw this. This is a very heavy compliment. He's the Murata of manhwa, like of how good that shit looked. I think that the one thing they can work on is, I think their cliffhangers are awful. They're not like, I like cliffhangers, and I just don't think they cut things out at good points. Like the last episode, episode 12, which I think this is like a 2-core thing. So like, I think this is a 2-core thing. Second core comes out later. But the last episode dropped off at a super well, I was like, oh, it's over, I guess. Okay. But, yeah, no, it's cool. Thought it was good.
JJ?
Yeah, I dug it. I also didn't really finish it, but that was because I've just been like trying to.
It was a rough winter.
It was a rough winter, and I was also like, okay, well, I need to watch like the Apothecary Diaries, and I need to catch up on fucking Spy Family. I need to like there was a lot of stuff on my plate, so Solo Leveling just kind of dropped off for me. But I did like it. That first episode kind of bored me a little bit in the opening, where I was like, okay, I can kind of see where this is going. I've seen this before, blah, blah, blah. Then it became Gantz, and I was like, oh, shit. I am in.
Where it goes is interesting. I'm not going to say it like reinvents a bunch of wheels, but it's like it's almost its own little originator of a lot of... I think it's close to OP done right. It's very, very good.
Well, I did catch the first half, and then I was just kind of like, this is just a little bit slow for me. I didn't know it became Gantz, and I didn't know I missed such awesome fight scenes because I saw a couple of them on Twitter, and I was just like, oh, I need to go back and open that book basically at some point.
I think that's a broader topic that I've been like, and this just comes with the genre. Maybe it's, and I feel like I'm impacted by it sometimes. I like things being slow. It's cool. One anime in particular has taught me it's fine to be super slow in your execution. And actually, that could be your strength, which hopefully we'll talk about. But yeah, I think in there where you can like get, like, I think there's points for fast stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Like things that get to the, but the journey, like One Piece is an example.
Yeah, no. When I mean slow, I mean like the episode 1 is establishing the world, so it's going to have to, some exposition dumping.
No, because he was like, the first half slow, and I'm like, yeah, but to me, I'm like, it's 12 episodes, so
right, yeah.
There's a difference between like being slow for like, but anime slow is the 12 episodes is really, I mean, how about it? 12 episodes is 2 episodes of a normal show, if that makes sense. Or I mean, 6 episodes of an anime is 2 episodes of like an hour-long show.
Yeah, yeah.
And you would give an hour-long show more than just
the one and
just the 1 or 2 episodes, right? So that's kind of how
I would give them at least 5.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh yeah, I got halfway through the season. It's 5 hours. The equivalency of 5 hours is usually that's a whole season of anime.
Yeah.
So that's why I guess whenever I'm in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't mind things taking their time. You can be slow and bad. That doesn't mean I'm going to give you a pass if you're slow and you don't like execute. But I think that sometimes stories are doing or have 2 different motivations, right? You can be some that are like hitting the gate and the pacing's amazing, and you'll always get points for pacing, but I'm not going to immediately take you away points for pacing if you're working to deliver something, right? So that's kind of how I feel about the slow. Not to say there aren't anime out there that aren't slow, but Solo Leveling in the case where they do a lot of, this one did a lot of like build up stuff because it gets to a place where motherfucker, he's just the plot. He's just in and doing shit for long periods of time where you're like, oh, we have just arcs of fighting. And that's fine. But it's because they did the runway for it.
Yeah.
And I've been ignoring it in the chat. I don't want to talk about the God High School. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that one. They fucked that. I've never seen something fucked up more than the God High School.
I think that there was an anime we were covering that got fumbled so fucking hard that I even forgot. I'm trying to mentally search the name while I'm running off on and on. But they stopped airing the episodes 3 times because of animation issues, and then I was like,
oh, Zom 100.
Zom 100, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Zom 100 had... That was a production fuck up. That was not a story fuck up, and that sucks.
Yeah, I know. But it still ends up in that bag.
It's still one that like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to drop this because I don't know when the next episode's coming out.
Zom 100 got so screwed. Like, that one hurts me personally because I know where the story goes, and it's just a story that's
and it was so beautiful
fun.
Along the first episodes that we got, too.
And I'm fine. And you know, and what I'll give them, I know people really ragged on them, I respect that they would rather pause the whole production than let it either get into mappa territory where they're pushing, stretching, and trying to make something happen that they just don't have the bandwidth for, or deliver poor quality. I haven't heard the last few episodes, and I know it's not a positive thing. I know it's not a positive thing to pause production. Like, hey, just wait until you're... But I'd rather they do that I'd rather they have the decency to
it
do
is
that.
definitely the lesser of two evils, and I'm not saying that I'm completely done with someone. It's just one of those where it's like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna wait until the season's done, and then I'll come back and watch it. It's not
And then it might not
something
get
that
a
I'm
season
gonna-
two,
Yeah,
so.
it's not something that I'm gonna actively follow because of the.
Oh yeah, it doesn't get in the weekly rotation when you jerk me like that. I know, no. I'm not defending it completely. I was just like, oh, like I try and see the positive in that one.
Yeah, no.
because
That is definitely the right call to make.
because you have some situations like a Ninja Kamui where
I mean, it's not even unique to anime. Fucking Invincible giving me 3 episodes and then calling it quits, and then giving me 4 episodes and calling it quits.
that was just I don't know what they thought with that.
I don't know if it's Robert Kirkman has like some sort of clause in his contract that's like you got to split the seasons, because The Walking Dead did that shit too, where it's like here's 6 episodes of the first half of this season. We'll see you after winter. Like
And-
what the fuck?
Yeah, you gotta like. We're not talking about it today, but take some notes from X-Men. Learn from X-Men.
Well, and then also catching up, this anime, this season has completely ran through. Even the dub is out at this point. Frieren. This was one that I tried to watch. A lot of people love this anime.
Fan-fucking-tastic. It's phenomenal.
I have not seen it. So
I have also only seen half, once again. But
And this is the one that. If this was the one where you said slow, this is the one that taught me that's okay.
well, it's slow, and the character is very one-dimensional right off the bat. And she's not one-dimensional because it's layers. I already know that she's like, I've lived 500 years or however long because she's an elf, and she's like, so not much is going to interest me. So she's very 2D and bland. But you are the little girl that you meet right off the bat was just kind of like, okay, like I see where this is going. This is very Leon the Professional, but
How many episodes
magic.
did you watch?
Probably about 4 or 5.
That's not half. It's 20.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
keep going. Those are rookie numbers. You got to bump them up.
Again, like it's oh my god, I don't want to sit here and be an advocate for slow because pacing is important. But the whole point of Frieren is it is slow because the thing is she is someone who can take years at a place. They never spend more than a week in a town somewhere, and most of the time the episodes are moving. Thank you, Tracy. I feel like yeah, this is tricky because Frieren takes its time. And it's quality, first of all, quality animation. The shots are really good. The story it's telling is awesome. And it's very personal. And it's almost as if, and Maggie, to your point, that last comment just now, and I feel like people are just not okay with.
Slow.
I think it's TikTok.
Yeah, it's something, there's something weird where I'm like.
There's something in the water. They're putting like an extra gram of fluoride in it, and it's just fucking with our attention span.
Because I'm sitting there and every episode of Frieren I've watched, I was like, this is it's like a book. It's like a chapter.
I'll catch myself too. Like I might really be into. I don't think we'll get to talk about this, but I started watching The Fable on Hulu. Mm-hmm. I really like it. It's super 80s. It kind of reminds me of Golgo 13, only it's like a comedic take on it, and I really dig it. But it's sub only. There's no dub of it. I don't know if there ever will be. And it's one of those where like I have to pay attention. I have to read because this is mostly dialogue. It's not like slapstick comedy. And like every 5 minutes I'll be like, oh hey, look, TikTok.
I will say that TikTok, on the other hand, it is going to bring me back to Frieren at some point, because I keep seeing memes about this guy, and I didn't make it to him.
I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say there is a point where he said, "Fuck it, I gotta win." But there's something where like it comes into media nowadays where I'm like, there's so much content, right? Where you're like, I can just go get something that delivers it faster. That's not some stories. So I'm not saying everything delivers on execution when it comes to being like a slower paced story. I'm also not giving any passes to something where fluff's put in that's not valuable to, I mean, shoot, filler in anime is a thing for very, very long running series. Frieren was the one that it helped me remember, like, A, what that important point is. It's a journey. You're taking one step. You're with a character who, for them, time itself is such a, like, benign concept. 500 years, like, you know, I mean, a century for them is like a week for us. Like, there's a whole playing around that perspective. And, you know, she'll go to a town and her colleagues are not elves. So she'll go to town and her party will be like, she'll be like, yeah, we'll stay here for a year. They're like, we're staying here for a week most. Right? Like, you know, I don't know if you got to see their second party member.
No, I didn't get to see I just saw the past party members. Which is, I guess you see them right off episode 1, so that's not saying anything.
Yeah, they get a couple of other party members eventually.
We're dogs to elves. Like, yeah,
Accurate. Yeah, I like that.
It's like, how do I describe it? It's like,
I will say on that note, we're gonna review X-Men 97 when it's done, so like we're not gonna talk too much about it. X-Men 97 is probably on the other end of the equation where it moves too fast, where it's just like if you go take a shit and you come back, like
X-Men.
Is that the fucking UM?
We got 30 minutes. We got 30 ideas. All right? But no, it's been a fascinating thought process. And man, I used to not be a TikTok's, I don't want to say, I used to be in TikTok's not fucking up everybody. But man, I really, like, I'm someone who can, I don't want to say hyperfixate, but I can sit, like, I don't watch certain shows because I don't like not being able to pay attention to it. And I have my shows that I'm paying attention to, I have my shows that I'm not paying attention to, right?
Invincible is on my not pay attention to. Yeah, I can put that on in vacuum. But X-Men 97 is like, sit down.
Yeah, I gotta fucking. That's the only, like, that's one of the few shows in like English. I'll be like, no, I gotta be here for this.
You want a thesis in political science?
But I've also been watching, like, and I think I mentioned this. I don't know on the last Animexcellence. I've been doing a Studio Ghibli like marathon as well. Right, well, I've been watching more anime movies. I actually just watched Your Name for the first time last weekend, which I'll get into in a second. Not Studio Ghibli, but I also watched it with when Marnie was...
I don't know the name of that director, but I'm like, oh, he's making another thing? I'm in, kind of thing.
I watched when Marnie was there, which is Studio Ghibli, which is... It's not lesbian, but it definitely is. All right. I don't know why they lied to y'all. It is.
Is Your Name a sad anime? Is what comes up. Yeah, dude, I'm never going to remember a Makoto Shinkai the same way that it doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Studio Ghibli, but yeah.
Hayao Miyazaki. But I've just been like, man, these things, they're doing their beats, doing their paces. Like, I've been really enjoying that wave, and it's been nice. It's just been a nice experience to get back to sitting down and just absorbing things for what they are. That's what I like. I'm not saying it's wrong to have other things that are like binge worthy, like,
yeah.
And don't get it twisted. Like, I still like having episodes like I like having episodes locked in so I can, you know, sit down and digest them when I can. But also I like having weekly as well. I watch Survivor weekly, so you know, like I'm used to the week wait. But I don't know, man. Like something like a Frieren, like that's the one that gets me, because I was like, this one is like the clearest like one of the best executions of, nah, sit your ass down. We'll get there when we get there. And it's really, really good.
You're not wrong about that. This one's not quite anime, but the chat brought it up, so I thought we would review it. I only saw one episode. I was incredibly inebriated, so I'm not going to be able to go too far. I believe JJ saw a good bit of this. I don't know how much you've seen, and it's
Ninja
Kamui.
I did not. I saw the same episode, probably as drunk as you.
I dropped this one.
You dropped this one? Yeah, this is one of them that I was just kind of like, it looks really pretty. and it's not any fault of the anime. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like I'll get to it when I get to it. So it's right next to Primeval, which I'm told is amazing.
Let me give you the secret with Ninja Kamui. Why I dropped it.
Okay.
It became a mech anime.
Wow. Okay. So, and I know people love this anime, but in my head, I'm like, oh, it went big O.
When was the last time you checked on people loving this anime? Because you need a patch note update. People have been, it fell off very hard.
Well, literally, Twisted King. I watched 3 episodes and it fell off really hard.
Yeah.
When we were watching it, it reminded me of that movie.
Candid Duality, random person. Also dropped out after 3 episodes.
When we saw that one episode, I kept thinking of that one movie, Ninja Assassin, where like.
Emiliano, try to switch to YouTube and tell me if that fixes it. Nope, it's just me. Okay.
I'm pretty sure there was no script for Ninja Assassin. It was just like, all right, here's some dialogue, and then ZOMG Ninja Fight. Oh my god, what the fuck barbecue?
I just want some jutsu, man. I want just some ninja magic. I just want some.
We will probably get to this. It might be a Patreon exclusive, but just talking about older anime. Yeah, dude, when you say like there just was random mechs, it just is giving me Big O vibes, and I'm just kind of like
giant mechs, like mech body armor things. It's a lot.
Oh, it becomes like Ronin Warriors where they get like
well, I was just gonna say like I actually don't even know how Big O fits in because it's not really an anime, right? Like it's just still that art style, or it is an anime.
No, it is an
Big O?
anime. Big O is
it's an anime.
The first season was like completely 100% produced and made in Japan. The second season, since it got really big on Adult Swim commissioned the studio to make more of it. So that's where it gets into a gray area, but it's still like produced in Japan.
I just got questions about why. I like big mechs. I like mechs. Don't just be doing random mech shit just to do random mech shit.
The revival of Thundercats did that shit. Where, like, I was digging it. I was jiving with it. And then I closed my eyes for, like, 5 episodes. And when I opened them, why was Lion-O Gundam fighting Mumra Gundam? Where did this come from? They're in space now?
You're questioning my intelligence, and it doesn't make me feel good.
All right, guys, we're going to take a little bit of a bit break. We're going to see if we turn off and turn on the spectrum of it.
Hold up.
Hey, guys. So if you know me, you'll know I'm not the biggest fan of nostalgia kind of thing. But I do like looking back at stuff in an interesting way where it's just kind of like the Grendel effect, where it's just like look at it from the villain's point of view.
Gotcha.
Yeah. To make something new with a familiar setting. And that's definitely what this is trying to do. I'm not familiar with the manga, so I always forget that creates something completely fucking different because, like, we'll review Masho and they'll be like, yeah, bro, I know how he kills the Dark Wizard in 10 chapters from now.
Masho's still great.
Masho is still fucking fantastic.
But in this case, the familiar property that we're looking at is Power Rangers for the most part, or... I mean, there's some...
Super Sentai.
Super Sentai, exactly. But it's like, what if Power Rangers were kind of evil, is the basis of this. As far as I can describe the setting, it's basically like, hey, imagine Goldar, Rita Repulsa, Zed, they're all dead. And it's just the putties and the Power Rangers are like, we kind of want to keep the shit going. So, putties, you're going to work for us. Yeah. You putties, you're going to work for us. And if you don't work for us, we're just going to kill you. Like that.
Yeah. Shit's funny.
You saw what we did.
We literally killed the people that were your leaders, I guess is the best way I can put it. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that actually shows what they were, kind of thing, in the first 3 episodes.
No.
I've just seen the putties and the Power Rangers and how they have merchandise for perfumes and things, and they're like pretty merciless about it.
The Power Rangers, quote unquote, or the Dragon Keepers in this series, they are essentially, and I don't like. I mean, I get what they're doing. They're doing a plan where go lose a ranger. Ranger Reject is the name that I prefer. It's basically, yeah, they're like the most popular people you can imagine. So brand deals, they've got merchandising, bags, colognes, everything. And
Toothbrushes.
essentially, to Marco's point, Dragon Keepers are like, hey, yo, yeah, let's keep this shit going. They beat the big bads. What was it? I think 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And now y'all guys got to keep this shit up with us. And that's how it works. And each keeper has their own pillar. There's a lot of different minutia with it. But seeing as though I'm probably the most familiar with it, I'm gonna just go last every time. No, I'm not. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go last on this.
I have a lot of opinions on like the other two kind of thing, but it was just Go Loser Ranger kind of sets itself where they literally are. They don't tell you it's an act. You know it's an act from the trailer. They don't. Episode 1 doesn't tell you it's an act. But there's literally a putty that's just like, dude, I'm fucking tired. I'm done. I'm out.
13 years.
I want to do this thing.
And after that, there's just all the, and I guess they have letters is the best way you can differentiate from them.
Yes, but it's just what is it? Oh my gosh, Soldier D or
Fighter D.
Fighter D. Thank you.
Yeah.
Fighter D is the main person that you're following.
And then trying not to give too much away, but the trailer does give a lot away. Like the trailer gives away more than what I've seen so far, the first 3 episodes.
I guess.
The trailer doesn't tell you that it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna try to. Well, it does, and yeah. So one of the putties basically goes on this journey where he's like, dude, I'm just tired of being at it, and the best way I can explain it is the Power Rangers have like a campus where just like Gen V and the boys kind of thing, where it's like if you go through this training, maybe one day you'll be one of the big 5, or in this case, one of the powerful, one of the Dragon Keepers.
In a way.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the animation is beautiful. The story is just kind of like, I don't know, man. I shouldn't have started with this one because I watched all these 3 animes in a row, and I was just kind of like, this one was just kind of like, this isn't exactly working out for me. But it also is like every anime, except for one of them that we're going to talk about, is very big on like, yeah, we're going to set the scene before anything really happens kind of thing.
Yes! Because that's how storytelling is!
You're right.
I was like, and to your point, the 4th episode, you start to see what's happening. Fun fact. That's like, so when you watch that one.
I only saw 2 episodes of this, but by episode 2, I was like, okay, I'm in. Like, episode 1 was a little boring for me because, I already knew the premise, and so it was just reaffirming the premise to me that I already knew. So I probably should have just maybe skipped it or maybe fast forwarded a little. But episode 2, I was on uncharted ground and I was like, okay, I'm in. I dig this and I'm gonna keep watching this. But also I'm gonna watch some more Sandland.
Sandland's really good.
We can talk about Sandland as well after this.
So without giving any spoilers away, and without, please, y'all, give. It's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and watch it. It's also one of those things where we can't really spoil it to you because if you watch,
Suzu really wanted to go out right when I started, and I was like, bro, you can't give me 10 minutes.
20 minutes. And I just 20 minutes. You'll watch an hour and be like, yeah, but I'm gonna watch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to be the savant of fucking slow. And slow isn't even slow.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not slow. It's just. It was one of those things where you gave me.
We already knew too much going in.
We knew too much going in. You gave us 3 meatball subs to eat.
I did. Hey, they asked for what to watch, and I said, here are 3 shows that are pretty popular right now. Jokes aside, actual opinions wise, I think the adaptation has been going very well. Episode 4 was the first one where I was like, they cut out some things, but it wasn't necessary things.
I was about to say, literally, Candy Duelli's 4 is what hooks you. That's where the hook is.
4 is like it plants the seed of what you're going to see happens. And knowing some context of what's going to happen in the future,
have you read this? Like,
yeah,
okay.
I've read a good chunk of this. I'm actually not caught up to speed on this one. I read to a certain point. It wasn't because I dropped it because it was bad. I dropped it because, I got a lot of shit to read.
They were straight up pushing this for a little bit.
Because it's Hulu's baby.
Yeah.
It's Hulu did the same with Undead Unlock, which just got anything that gets on Hulu just gets a short end of the fucking stick. It sucks.
Does. Hulu really sucks at marketing shit.
They suck at marketing. Ads come through all the time. Just put that shit on Crunchyroll and call it a day.
Yeah,
Stop getting Hulu
I
shit.
got exactly one ad for Sandland. And like an ad on YouTube telling me, hey, Sandland's coming out. It's going to be on Hulu. Cool. Then I got exactly one banner ad on Hulu when I actually launched the app. But I'm watching Dr. Stone, so I don't have time for Sandland right now.
And it's not easy.
And then after that, it was gone. I forgot that Sandland existed for 3 weeks. And then I was like, wait, I wanted to watch this.
But guess what? You're on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll be like, hey, we got this and this and eat this. Oh, today it's a One Piece day. Eat it.
Yeah, and this is something that's not a subject for us, but I also think it's going to be interesting. Disney is now trying to get into the anime game.
Disney.
Internationally, I think.
Disney fucked up. Summertime Rendering is a phenomenal show that's... I don't even get into it.
For us, it's Hulu. The anime tends to go to Hulu because Disney owns 80% of Hulu.
Yeah.
But for international audiences, it's on Disney Plus.
Look, we need to have a candid conversation about that at a later time. Go look at It's got a great I like the first 4 episodes. I do know what's happening, so this is more so from a different perspective. But I think they're doing a great job with what it's trying to execute on, and there's a lot of mystery that I think they haven't put into play just yet.
Yeah,
which I think
that's why 2 got me. When you see the turn, I'm like, but why?
Also, I think episode 4 is, and this, I don't want to spoil it too much. Episode 4 is the first one where you're like, because I think up until this point you've been like,
episode 4 is also the newest one.
The newest one. It just came out not too long ago. So episode 4 is the one where you're like, I think the Rangers have been built up to be bad, or they're there for the money.
Right.
Yeah, you see Red Ranger in this 4th one. You're like, oh.
Well, I'm not mistaken. In the 3rd one, the Red Ranger was the one that killed the other putty.
Yeah, but I mean,
you see Red. Did I watch 3 then?
You watched 3 then.
I watched 3.
You watched 3. Red Ranger. Actually, no. You might have just watched 2.
Right. I could have sworn that was.
No, you watched 2. 3. Something else happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
4. Yeah, it has 2 things that you're like, oh and oh. But it's going to continually set up the stage for a lot of mystery that comes into play, because there also is the question of okay, and they set it up in episode 1, yo, why are we still around if our fucking leaders aren't here? What's happening with this? Where'd this come from? There's a lot of questions that aren't still answered.
Only they knew how to drive the fortress.
Yeah. Red Ranger's that dog, bro.
So I haven't fully watched it. I'm not as engrossed. Maggie read the manga, and she was like, I just want you to know the Yellow Ranger is the 2nd biggest dick in this entire team. The Red Ranger is the biggest dick.
On a scale of how to put it, likable to dick.
Would it be Elon? Is that the 10?
No, I don't know how to put it.
Mr. Rogers to Elon?
God damn.
I'd put Red's bad. Red's a dick. Red's a hoe bag. Pink's aight. And then Blue's,
of course, Pink is alright.
You'll get more of Blue. I don't want to give too much away, but Blue's alright.
I will say that the humor in it was pretty good, where it was just kind of the putties were like, well, they want us to do this show. We've already done this other shit. I don't know, fucking tigers? Something. They're just kind of...
We've been doing this for 13 years,
They're like,
dog.
we're running out of- Let's see if we'll get an idea from the radio.
And it also plays out in the same way where it's like they're putties, but they think and act like Bulk and Skull, and they also have a literal skull on their.
And they're
I kind
just
of want the music now.
they're literally just shooting the shit half the time. They're like, fuck, someone's got to transform. But yeah, this is one where I think
Fucking F did it last week. It's your turn, G.
directionally, it probably takes the most. I'm gonna say out of these three, I haven't read Windbreaker. Windbreaker might be original, but I haven't read Windbreaker. If it is something, it is actually a manga, so I haven't read it. Out of some of the ones we've been talking today, I think Ranger Reject has the most setup and evolved for mysterious elements to take place, if that makes sense. So I think the plot just continues to kind of get in more depth, and we'll get to those places when it gets there. But
Well, you already mentioned the next anime we're going to talk about. I'm going to play just a little bit of the not long. I was like, bro, I fell in love with this from the beginning. It had one of the most fun intros musically. It was almost like a ska song. There's parts of it that remind me of Tokyo Ska Orchestra.
man, I'm so hesitant with anime music. I'm like,
Just got to talk over it. It's so long though. It's a minute and a half for a TV intro.
that's all anime.
Yeah, they're typically long because they're actual like songs from artists that are on the label. And like, we'll promote this.
And we were talking about this during the internet break, is what I'll call it. We were trying to fix everything if there was anything wrong. But there's an element of where when TJ told us, watch these 3 meatball subs, and I turned this on, I was like, not high school again. Don't.
Tell you, man. I'm all about whatever you want to give me. High school, college.
And I get it, but it was just kind of one of those things where, because of the repetitive nature of Western media, I was just kind of like, no, don't do this. I don't even need new. Like, I would count Go Lose a Ranger as something new because you've taken a familiar setting and told it from the villain's point of view. Like, just that is enough. But I was like, I don't want, like, I'm a guy, because you brought it up during the break that it was like, we already had the Revengers, and that was unique because of time travel, and then that goes into its own other thing of like, fuck that show kind of thing. But yeah, no, this should waste no time to just be like a Japanese version of Letterkenny.
Hello? Okay. End of the laneway. Don't come up the property. Good.
Why did you move here?
Go.
I just want to be the toughest guy in town.
Ryder, shut the fuck up.
I'll give you a free one.
What the fuck is this?
All right, that's enough Letterkenny. But still, basically,
Never seen that.
Oh,
What is that?
It's great. You've never seen Letterkenny?
Oh, dude, I gotta show you a Letterkenny cold open then. Letterkenny is literally it goes somewhere else. The show ended last year, but Letterkenny ends in is all about, for the first 3 seasons, this dude just wants to be the toughest guy in town. Oh, where does that sound familiar? Why did you move to this town? Oh, I heard this is where all the toughest guys were, so I want to be the toughest guys in town.
Okay.
Oh, hey, we got a proud Canadian there.
Gross.
Well, I forgot the name.
Canada's greatest. I am on a quest to get me some puppers. I want puppers beer.
So they do a series of comedy skits that have always, like they used to do in theater kind of thing. It's all a bunch of wordplay and stuff like that.
That was good.
They did that for like 10 seasons kind of thing, but it just ended. But yeah, no, that's exactly what this show reminded me of, because I did not fall in love with the characters right off the bat, except for like the goofy friend that just falls down in the first 2 minutes of the anime probably. But outside of that, it's just like, no, I'm just here because I want to get into fights and be the toughest guy in the town. And it doesn't happen right off the bat. Like, it's not in the first episode. Literally, it's kind of comical, the first episode, where it's just like, I went around looking for fights. You don't get a fight scene. Like, he does beat up 3 dudes in an alley, but everyone afterwards is just kind of like, oh, congratulations, we welcome to our city.
You get a big one in the first episode.
I don't remember it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, you get a big one where...
Are you talking about the 3 guys? Because you don't see that fight.
No, the one where he's taking on the whole group of people to protect the girl.
I don't remember that in the first episode.
Yeah, that's in the first episode. That's when he meets the Frieren people. They come up and they're like, "Oh, hey, we're here to back you up," because he got cut in the spoiler. He got cut in the ankle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and the Achilles.
Yeah, or I don't think it would. Anime's over.
But
What the fuck were you doing when you were watching?
He was telling me to watch it, and I was like, I'm watching Sandland.
Yeah, I was kind of one of those things where JJ needed just a little bit of nudge, like, hey, bro, TJ recommended this meatball sub, and I know he recommended 3 of them, but this one's pretty great.
Yeah, I mean it's good.
This is the one that I didn't have time for today, but I am going to watch it.
It's one where it's like it's probably the closest to a standard. No, I want to say standard shonen. Like, but the setup is good, and it's like if Tokyo Avengers was like
Better?
it was no.
Tokyo Avengers didn't have fucking time travel for one.
No, I don't want to compare the two too much. It's if Tokyo Avengers, if the MC didn't suck ass. There we go.
Got it. All
He's
right.
he was TLDR hated by a lot of other places because he looks different. Then he goes to this town. He's like, I want to fight people, and they're like, oh, we actually protect the people. So
We don't do that here.
and he likes the idea, and they get into some cool action sequences. It's a good one with good budget, looks good. And I was like, you know what? It's one where no matter what, if your monkey brain can't like it, I don't know what else you'd like.
Not in the same realm at all, but it probably is like Mashle in the way where it scratches the itch of like.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, it's like just a good feels. You can tell that they're going to some depth. Someone breaks a bottle over someone's head. I like that. So it's a good old time.
Yeah, bro, this anime is very quickly becoming hands.
Ooh, pause. Haven't seen that.
Well, now who didn't finish their meatball sub?
It's the most recent fucking episode.
But no, can't recommend enough. I don't know if we're gonna have to do another Animexcellence to see how we felt and rate these shows when it ended, but this one was good.
Yeah.
I didn't even.
Now you ancient pricks. Well, of course we'll like this last one. It's like, of course you guys will like this one. It's really, really good.
I'm sorry that this is the first anime that I know of where the protagonist is 30.
Two.
Yeah. 32.
It's literally
Well, I mean, in Super, Goku's like in his 40s.
yeah, but he was literally 10 the first time you saw Goku.
I wouldn't show the scene you're about to show because
No, I'm not gonna.
That's
show
a hook gather.
I mean, it's weird because this show is one of the. I think it's episode 2, where is it episode 1?
When it happens, one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, right off the bat, the titular thing of the episode happens, and it's This is kind of one of the weird cases where I don't want to say it because it does happen out of nowhere, and they haven't explained it yet, as far as I know.
They haven't explained shit.
Not in
yet.
the
And
yeah,
you've
not
read-
in the anime.
I've read the manga. Oh, spoiler alert.
Still nothing.
You're looking for info.
I can see the future, and yeah.
Yeah. Future Side Hockey's going to tell me that ain't shit. That's that said, Kaiju number 8 is the last one. And so I've been a fan of Kaiju number 8 for a hot minute. This one, Crunchyroll doesn't push shit as hard as it pushed. This one was pushed.
Right.
It had a live stream release. It had marketing up the ass.
It has a simu dub.
I was about to say the dub is coming out at the same time as the sub.
It has Imagine Dragons
That's true.
It has Imagine Dragons, if I'm not mistaken, right? It has everything you want. I mean, it's got
It was weird. Is that Imagine Dragons?
man, it sounds like it.
Oh, really? When I heard the opening, and I'm like,
No,
because you remember the discussion we had when Sam was like, "Oh, I made this kooky anime," and it was all like generic for the most part, and I'm like, this anime opening is like Fuel or Seether or some shit with fucking Tool graphics for no reason.
and the ending's also American as well. They're just doing their own shit over here.
Everything's in English. It's not actually the Imagination Dragons.
It's not the Imagine Dragons, but I mean, you could have told me that's an Imagine Dragons song.
People are hyped for Imagine Dragons. Do I need to review Imagine Dragons on our first?
I am not the one to have on there. People will turn on me quick.
or I mean, I'll dunk with you. I'd be like, I don't hate Imagine Dragons. I think it's just like I hear Imagine Dragons, I'm like, that's Imagine Dragons.
Yep. Same.
That's the dragons who are imagined. That's a fantasy lizards.
There is something about Imagine Dragons where just because of, I know they've made new songs, but there's something about
No,
their
they haven't.
They're
playing off that same riff. They're making it for all it's worth.
I was about to say, there's something about Imagine Dragons in 2010. Because you got Imagine Dragons and then Owl City that's just like making songs about owls. And I'm like, this is just Gryffindor and whatever. Just for rock dads.
I hear Imagine Dragon songs and I'm the Akira me. No! Fucking thinking of
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone! That's mean and Imagine Dragons. Fucking chase you everywhere, man.
I like how you're like, wait, they are the new Nickelback? They were around at the same time as Nickelback.
It's the Nickelback Big Three.
They were like Pennyback.
Yeah, the big three. Madge. Just fucking. Man, if you're a League of Legends fan, you already have been. Fucking Arcane came in with Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, and that was my least favorite part of it.
Fucking, they switched up the intro one time, and I said, "Thank you." But no,
the Canadians saw Imagine Dragons in a concert once.
Oh, cool.
I hope they were good.
Long story short, the premise here is you're in a world where kaijus just fuck up this city on a regular basis. And when I say regular basis, just imagine if, like, they were like, shit, Godzilla's a thing? Well, let's actually put in systems in place to address this shit. To the point to where, in the first episode, they're like, there's a kaiju warning, and there's these people in the house who are like, I wish they wouldn't be so loud. That's literally like a family being like...
Episode 1 really gave me like Pacific Rim vibes, where it's like, oh yeah, we just kind of have to deal with this now.
Well, there was something that, like I said, I don't need much new, just a little bit, that it's just kind of like you're change the setting or change the characters a little bit. And this was really quick to be like, yeah, I don't fight the monsters, I just clean up their shit like afterwards. And I was like, that's enough, I'm in.
Again, Pacific Rim vibe.
And it's like, and they attack, and what I appreciate is in the first episode, they already addressed the situation of like, when you kill this kaiju, the fuck happens afterwards?
Yeah,
and
because they kill him really quick.
And they say, they're like, yeah, like, he's like, man, I get paid good money. Like I'm not like, I'm not struggling.
He literally used the line, "Nobody thanks me for my service, but it's very important that I clean up this monster shit."
Like, but long story short, essentially, the main character, Kafka, he is, there's these defense corps who take out the kaiju. He always wanted to be one. He promised his childhood friend that he would grow up and be one. And while she has elevated the ranks and been a superstar, he has not made it into defense corps, has always failed the exams. And unfortunately, at 32, he's unable to take the exams. Well,
How that feel, buddy?
Yeah.
I
Basically,
can't be a
his
Power
dreams.
Ranger anymore.
It's like, damn, I wanted to go to the NFL, and then you hit 30. Unless you're a kicker, in which case that actually, I think a kicker can still make it there.
Hey, my knees are still good.
There's been a couple cases of someone in their 30 making it, but by a couple, I mean literally one or two probably out there.
Man, you know
In
they
the
picked
world of wrestling, it's what, DDP and
Batista, that's it.
You know the Dallas kicker.
Yeah.
Fucking, they picked him off the street. Motherfucker, I don't even know what that guy. He was like, he was fucking working an actual man. He was working a job, and then they were like, "You can kick a ball? Shit, okay." Needless to say, what makes this such a good show so far, which I think you guys can agree with, is I think I was I think it's that's a good just a good natured MC who's very relatable. I don't know if you've seen the most recent episode. Are you guys all three?
4, yeah.
4? Is it 4 now?
I think it's 4, yeah.
It's 4 now, right?
I saw the end of the test. I just because I keep getting the numbers wrong, apparently.
Okay, so you saw so you saw him take the test.
Yes.
Already.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, we're all caught up here. There's a part where he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna prove who I am." He's like, "Shit, is this what happens when you hit 30?" He's like, "I've been training every day. What the fuck's happening?"
My routine never changed, though.
And
for those that haven't seen it, he tries pull-ups. I don't know why it wasn't in his workout routine, because it's on the test, and he's just like, I just fucking can't. And his best friend is also doing the tryouts with him, or his new apprentice. I don't know what he is really, but he's like, "Oh, I like that you're not cheating. Like, you're actually doing the pull-ups, and you suck."
But there's a lot of beats in here, and you can tell it hasn't really opened up everything that it's trying to do just yet. But this is what it calls to. I think it's hitting a lot of. I don't want. It's hitting a lot of. Not a lot, but a fair bit of shonen beats.
Yeah.
In a very different way. Mm-hmm. And it's just like older protag. To your point, that never really happens. Older protag who's grinding it out and trying to be like, and
I was about to say, like, up to this point, the only other old protag that I can think of is Spike, and he's like 28.
Yeah, and that's and he's actually good at what he does. But it's really just and I think it boils down to really just some guy who's like, I want to achieve my dream. Like, I want to, it's almost like I want to serve this country because I know I can do it. And I just got to keep on pushing until I can get there. And this is my last shot to do it, because they bumped up the point in this is that they bumped up the exam age to 32.
It's his last shot.
So it's his last shot. That said, I've been enjoying this immensely, and it looks great. And I like the characters so far, but
it probably actually looks the worst of these three the newer animes that we've talked about, but it is
technically,
yeah.
It doesn't look bad. It looks, but if you were to compare, it looks like it hasn't had to do as much as the other three.
Yeah, it looks the more not conservative, I guess, like with its budget, because I'm pretty sure they have some more spectacle planned out.
Is Saitama 30?
Saitama's not 30. Saitama makes fun of the samurai person for being 35, and he's like, "That's not middle-aged." So he looked at him and thought he was fucking old as fuck.
In Japan, if you're 30, you might as well be out fucking in a wheelchair, out going out to the pasture. Like, that's how they make it seem. Somebody comes up and is like, "Hey, yo, old man," and he literally spells out old man. He's like,
You've been to Japan, I haven't, so I don't know. I can't comment on it. I also know the dating scene is extremely conservative, but it also comes down to a point where it's like, I don't understand how so many people are single in media, is what it says. Like nobody's been having kids in Japan, but it's just like, yeah, once you're 25, it's just like you're basically the old crow that lives at the edge of town kind of thing.
I saw plenty of people who were my age out and about and hanging out. So I couldn't tell you about the dating scene, because if I could, that means I'm a scumbag. So I have no idea what the dating scene was like out there. I was there.
I just have to shave all this and lose the glasses.
I was about to say, not even like a normal type of scumbag. Like, she was there.
Yeah, I was there. Dating scenes like this. Typically, these are the people who date. Like I can't tell you that. That said, from like
friends or whatever.
Oh no, I mean, people who have been out there for a while. It's just a different sort of thing. Like, I think but I think that doesn't come to. That comes to a lot of other things surrounding Japanese culture as to why that problem is.
Okay.
So it's not an easy topic to address.
Especially because none of us are Japanese and we're completely fucking outsiders.
Nope.
So, yeah.
I can say Inu.
I wonder why. Should we go back to the video? No. But no, this anime was really fun, and I'm sorry that I can't talk too much about it without giving things away. But literally, I was like, they do a comedic gag that's so stupid that I'm like, Sam would laugh at this, and I can't talk about it.
Episode 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think the premise will make you think, and even the first episode to a certain degree will make you think that it's going to be knee deep in a lot of serious, and it's not. I love that it just takes the piss. It takes the piss out of the situation in episode 2 in a heartbeat. It's like because something happens and you'd be like, and literally the first question you're like, how does that work? And when it happens, you're like, like that's how it feels. And so
it went from we're here to make a difference, I'm trying my best. So it literally went from like My Hero Academia season 1 Deku trying to achieve his dream to Chainsaw Man levels of humor in 3 seconds.
like and I
It did make a really quick turn.
like and it's there to, again, it's a guy who is even later in that episode, like he's really not the adult in the situation, to be honest. His colleague is more of the adult. He's like, stop doing this.
And then, what does he say? Like, I don't remember the exact noun that he uses, but it sounds something like, at least the way I was watching, is like, "Sir, please stop." Like, it sounds like,
yeah, he says, "Sir." Like, so he addresses because
"Sir, you're about to fail this test. Sir, you really need to stop this shit."
Yeah, the way that he addresses him is "Sir." Always, and even in the manga, it's true. Like he looks up to him, like he has a lot of admiration. It's almost like that relationship. So they're friends, but he has a lot of admiration, and he's like, hey, like, for stuff that happens in episode 1. But in addition to that, I think it's just it's probably, I don't know how to describe this. It's one of the easiest things to watch. And if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you.
Out of everything I watched today, and I watched a lot, it was the breeziest one. Like, I just ran through it real easy.
It's so if the other 2 shows were meatball subs to a degree, this was just a fucking cheesecake.
And we know something about cheesecakes. We're down to half of one.
Talk about us like 8.
Cheesecakes?
Yes.
Yeah, I took him to Kinokuniya, that whole area there on Airport, and I was like, oh, they opened a cheesecake place that I want to try, Uncle Tetsu, because they're Japanese-style cheesecakes. I don't know what that means, but I want to try it.
It's the cheesecake thing.
And we walk in there, and he's like, he's that episode of I Think You Should Leave. Give me 55 burgers, 55 fries. He's like, give me 2 of the strawberry, 2 Oreo, 2 regular, and what's that chocolate one? Give me 3 of them. That's Paco. Like,
we were literally like, that was the D&D night that everyone came over, and we were literally like, thanks for coming. Would you like a whole cheesecake?
I've been eating cheesecake nonstop for 3 weeks.
I like how Stranded is like, can't eat cheesecake or watch that show, so I'm going to stick to Carrot and X-Men 97.
I like carrot cake a lot. So
Carrot
Carrot cake is my favorite. I was saddened to figure out that it has more calories than a chocolate cake.
It do.
Hey, how the fuck you think they put them carrots in there to taste good? The carrots are to justify what the fuck's going on there. All right. But I think it's usually because carrot cake has cheese, cream cheese icing. So
I don't know right off the top of my head if I picked up a chocolate cake with cream cheese icing, it would be the same. But I just know that I went to HEB and picked up 3 cakes, and I'm like, damn, this has more calories than the red velvet chocolate cake.
At the point I'm eating a cake, that's not what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Because your boy's a Tres Leches fan, and that's drizzled in sugar milk.
Well, for me, my brain was still kind of like, I deserve a treat. And then I looked at it.
Yeah. It was when we went to Five Guys, and you were like, oh, fries are like 500 calories and the hot dog's only 200. Well, give me a hot dog on the side. And I was like, Mark, we got like 16 cheesecakes back home. This is not the week for me to start counting calories.
Yeah, I said,
I always look at
yeah,
it.
you picked that shit on hard. Nah, dude,
Dude, the fries at Five Guys were almost as many calories as the burger. In some cases, yeah.
They first they fill the bottom of the bag, then they throw some more on top, then they fill your actual fry cup, and then they throw some more on top.
I'll be going like, so here's TJ's lifestyle when he is eating better. I don't go to these restaurants so I can look at the calories on there. I'm like, this is my doomsday.
Well, there's a difference because it's just like I'm always trying to be some level of healthy, and then it's just like it's hard to do when people come from out of town, and it's just like,
Oh, yeah. I don't try when people are from out of town. Like my variation of like trying.
In my defense, Paco was also there at Five Guys with us.
yeah, that's kind of what it is. Where it's just like, yeah, Paco won't even smell Five Guys for the next 4 months. So,
It's like that when my brother comes over. Like, what do you want? Pine House? Okay, well, I guess I'm having 6 beers and a pizza.
That's how I feel. I'm like, someone comes over. That's not. Actually, I like I like when people come over because that's my excuse to be like, oh well, shit, darn, woe is me. It's a Wednesday. Guess I gotta eat bad. It's
well, one last extra topic, just because you brought it up, and it's my favorite kind of. It probably helped dive me further into anime because it was before Demon Slayer really took off. In the sense that that city arc is amazing. Mm-hmm. I did not love anything since then as much, but the city arc was amazing.
I mean, there's only been one season, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guess so. But
it's not. I guess so, sir. Don't try and take that away from me. It's one season since then.
Yes, sir. You are correct.
Yeah, that's
TJ,
what
you are speaking the facts.
Yes, sir. No, kid.
But you said you saw your name for the first time, and your name has literally been. I think it was actually kind of dragged by Black Twitter like a little bit ago. Well, when it came out. No, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like you're
educating me. I said I didn't know it was dragged by Black Twitter.
Oh, it was just kind of like only white people and Asians would act like that about like I think I know you kind of thing because that's the end scene.
That's stupid. But continue.
But it was just kind of one of those things where it's just like I really liked your name. I bought into the plot, and I want to know what you thought about it.
It was alright. It was cool. It was really pretty. It was. What I will not take away from it is how it looked. Jesus Christ! I was like, this budget. I was like, let me get a half of this paycheck, cause this thing looked beautiful. And it was a good romance beat. I think the problem for me was just I knew what was happening. So like I've through osmosis I've absorbed what happens in Your Name. So watching it was more like a checkbox than an experience, even though it was really, really pretty.
I get that. Because I also watched it pretty late, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, and it's...
Yeah, this was the scene that like got memed.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Should we answer Serenity's question?
Is Five Guys worth it? I mean, bro, it depends on your wallet. Like, honestly, I think every burger place is worth it at some point.
The thing is that it's like you're gonna spend $20.
I mean, to me,
but like at this point, a Big Mac meal is what, $14, $12?
Hey, yo, talking it's $9, baby.
Yeah, it's $9.
Actually, it's $9.
Half price.
Okay, maybe I'm judging too much off the fucking
we're
Whataburger double. Not Whataburger, Wendy's double.
Yeah, we're not in California yet.
Yeah,
right?
It's $9. I just had it.
$9.89 if you go to the one next to me. Right? That shit.
I would say I used to really love Five Guys. I think it's gone down a half step like, because I think they were bleeding cash, and so
Your Name doesn't exactly have time travel as much as like people are able to talk through.
You know what? At that point, watch it.
yeah,
Watch it.
we can tell you it doesn't have time travel.
It's not time travel, technically.
Back to Five Guys.
And the Deaf Girl movie is it's not even made by the same director. That's a completely different movie. It was on Netflix. I forgot what that one was called.
I Want to Eat Your Bakeries. Is that it?
No. It's not I Don't Want to Eat Your Bakeries.
Yeah, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. No, that's not that.
No, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I've been trying like hell to find, and they don't have it on Amazon Prime. So the only way I can watch it is either to illegally stream it or order the Blu-ray and then buy a Blu-ray player.
I have a PlayStation. We can watch it.
Oh, well, Serenity.
We can watch Blu-rays.
It's not time. Well, I mean, if you've seen it, then I guess it's what do you call it? It's like distortion, silent voice. Yes, that's it. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to because I don't know.
I
if I've
love
seen
the
it.
silent voice,
Yeah.
but that was also kind of one of the ones that it's like, be ready to be sad.
Yeah, I don't know. Five Guys. I don't know, man. When it comes to food,
We're all over the place
Yeah.
right now.
Five Guys.
when it comes to food stuff, I usually say, it's you can try. If it's not too much of a hurdle to try, and it's within, it's just try it and kind of make it. Because I mean, a lot of people will justify Five Guys.
I would say if you're very particular about your burger, like if you're the type of person that's like, I don't like onions, I don't like so and so, I don't like mayo. I don't like mayo. Five Guys is great because like you can pick your toppings and it's no charge, 0 charge.
If you're someone, I don't know, man. I don't go to Five Guys that much, so I couldn't tell you an updated
I mean, I stopped
patch
going.
notes. Yeah, like I can't tell you updated patch notes. I've never been like, this is the best thing ever. I don't even give a shit about their fries that much, even though they give you about a fucking truck ton.
I mean, if you like fries,
Oh, bro, go to Five Guys. Because if you want fries,
go to Five Guys.
no,
get
you were right the
regular
first time. Fry Guys, like, it's a good, it's cool. Like,
It's a good burger.
It's fine.
It's not
Serenity,
bad.
my only issue is I don't know your hood, but here in Austin, it's just kind of like, just go to Hop Dotty. I was
Yeah.
way happier at Hop Dotty
Well,
than
he mentions that it's like there's a Colombian place he likes.
well, I mean, no, I don't like to say that. Okay, look, if you want to try something, try it.
exactly.
And then, like, if you like, but like, there's always, but a lot of the times when people hype up places, I always have a recommendation for burgers because I love burgers. I always have a recommendation in Austin for a better burger if you want one.
yeah.
In terms of a chain, it's good.
it's fine.
It's up there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
picking
think
it
I
over
would-
any of my main babies, but it's all
No,
right.
yeah. In terms of a chain, like, yeah.
Well, on the note of burgers, to grill to TJ, why do you think that it was just okay?
Five Guys?
No, Your Name.
Oh, Your Name?
It's okay. Like,
No, I said, like I said, it's just because through osmosis.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd like
He
basic.
knew too much going in.
Okay.
You knew a lot going in, so like there was no like surprises.
Yeah.
It was and I mean it was anime romance. It was fine. Like this, like it's okay. Okay, it's like a 7. It's like a 7 or 8. I don't think it was this nut busting, life changing experience that some of y'all niggas think out there. It was not a 10 out of 10. You're outrageous.
In their defense, for a lot of them, it was their first anime movie.
Yeah, I was like, it's fucking first anime movie. I was like, bro, I'm happy it's entry level, and it's a good entry level to start off with because it's so beautiful. I'm happy for what it did. People were like, you're gonna fucking blow your load. I was like, it was cool. Especially after watching a bunch of Studio Ghibli movies. It's just like, it's like I'm going.
I kind of prefer this outside of Princess Mononoke to Studio
Have you seen them all?
I've not seen all of them. I've not seen all 20 of them.
They're not 20. Have you seen which ones have you seen, Marcos? Because I'm a box on this one. I watched them all, baby. They're fresh in my brain.
House Floating Castle, Ponyo, Princess Mononoke.
Spirited.
I actually haven't seen Spirited.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk to me. He hasn't seen Studio Ghibli movies at all. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, you saw The Boy and the Bird.
I did see The Boy and the Bird.
I haven't seen. That's the last one on the list.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's the most recent one to come out.
Even Sam has seen The Boy and the Bird.
I would actually, Marcos. So if you go before Spirited Away, I actually think those are the movies you would be a fan of.
Oh, I love Princess Mononoke a lot.
But no, Only Yesterday. Grave of Fireflies is before that.
Is that Ghibli?
All of that's Ghibli.
I didn't think Grave.
Nausicaa is not Ghibli, but Nausicaa's fantastic.
Nausicaa is Hayao Miyazaki directly.
Yeah.
I literally just added those to watch.
Dude, there's a. No,
I respect Nausicaa because Hayao was trying to get money for it, and they were like, "We'll never make this. It's not a name. It's not anything established." So he's like, "Cool, bet." Then he wrote a manga and published it, and then he went back, and they were like, "All right, we'll make this cool." Only the first half, though.
Hey, look, man. It was good. We love Nausicaa. Serenity, you let us know. You can blame everyone else but me because I said it's I haven't seen the other dude's movies, which, I want to see the guy who turns... I want to see the chair one.
Suzume is actually really good because it's his first time doing a different plot. Weathering With You is actually prettier than Your Name, but it's like 98% the same plot.
I know. I smell this nigga's... I smell his MO. I came out of that movie, I said, that's going to be his MO. But, I mean, it was cute. It was pretty. It was good looking. It didn't touch my soul. But I've also seen a lot of romance stuff.
I was about to say, I can't give to... it's not a spoiler to tell you that... Because Weathering With You itself is like 6 years old. It's been on HBO Max.
No, because I am going to watch it. So I'm watching it this week, actually. I'm going to watch it, and I'll let you know. I don't want to be spoiled.
I just told you it's 98% the same movie.
And that don't change shit. I knew that before, and knew that before you told me.
That other 2%. That's the part you're going to spoil. So
That's true, actually.
Yeah, so
But
don't spoil that.
I will say Suzume on the other end of the spectrum is... The romance is not important. That's why it's different.
Cool. He actually tries. There's a plot there. Oh, damn, that's being too mean. It's an 8. I said it's okay, and I'm getting charged up at. All right, what did you give it?
No, I just grilled you a little bit because I know you're. I love people that are critical on things that I like. Actually, unless it's like Sam being critical on Rogue One, where it's just like it's repetitive, and I'm like, well, yeah, there's only like 7 movie plots. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm on board with you. I give it an 8, maybe a 9.
I saw Belle.
Only because I saw it like before you. But I still kind of like absorbed it through. Also, Pop Team Epic did a parody of it, and I saw all of Pop Team Epic, so it's like, okay, I know where this goes. I know how this ends.
I liked it. I liked it. It was sweet.
It is very sweet. I do like that of it. Like,
and
it's a fun ride.
And when you figure out what's happening,
I couldn't take Belle seriously. They're talking about other romantic movies that came out.
Oh
recently.
man, Bubbles. So what I did not say about Your Name was it was all visuals. Bubble. I want to catch you straight. I want to burst your bubble, but I don't want to. But yeah, no. All visuals. That one is yeah, we don't want to talk about that. But I haven't seen Belle. I'm actually
Belle's on Hulu.
What I am watching this weekend is let y'all guys know. Actually tomorrow. So I do plan on doing Weathering With You. Tokyo Godfathers is also on my list to watch.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, you've never seen it?
So it was that movie that was on Adult Swim a bunch that I'd catch sporadically, but never sat down to watch it.
I love Tokyo Godfathers. I dig it a lot.
It's one that I know I'll come out with just. And then I'm not doing The Boy in the Hair tomorrow. Sure, I'll add on something else.
I don't think that one's out yet, really, unless you're on 7 Seas.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
I will say on a note for people that are looking for things to watch, I don't know when Hulu became, yeah, bro, we got that. Like for anime movies,
Who
like
has a lot of shit?
yeah, they got the
just don't
Broly
advertise
movie.
it.
They didn't even advertise that they got the Broly movie because
don't.
yeah, I know a lot of nerds that would watch the Broly movie every other day if they could.
I didn't know about the Fable until I was like, where the fuck can I watch Sandland? And I was like, oh, hey, you want to watch Sandland? We also have this 80s bullshit. And I was like, cool, I'll watch that too.
Yeah,
And I know this TJ doesn't like this, but they have like 2 My Hero Academia movies. I haven't seen any of them. I heard one of them's okay.
I dug the second one. No, first one.
time out. Sorry, I have to take a second. I'm gonna take a step back here. How dare you mention My Hero Academia? Man, you decided to go out of your way. There's so many movies on that stupid platform. You said, I know he won't like it.
I'm sorry it's not a Naruto movie, bro. I'm sorry.
I will throw my phone at you. I like Naruto, but he's trying to make a thing where I say I love it. I don't.
You just
I have
said you love
nostalgia.
Naruto.
I have a nostalgia for Naruto. A lot of Naruto. Like, I like Naruto a lot. I don't love it. I like Hood Naruto, though. It's funny.
What is Hood Naruto?
Can't show it on the... Not that type. But it's like if... Sorry, my ear's acting up right now. So
Okay.
I was just like, caught me by some...
And now I want to watch Hood Naruto with Tommy on Patreon. But anyway, all right. Thank you guys.
Yeah, Tina. I was like, he's trying to say Naruto's trash. That's what he said. Said it's garbage.
The character, yes.
I'm not gonna say his haircut now. Yes, hate adult Naruto's haircut.
I
hate adult
think
Ichigo's
everyone
haircut.
around Naruto, well, except Sakura and Sasuke, are cooler than him.
That's why he was the perfect example for top 5 side characters.
Yes,
where I picked one that was not.
That was actually Marcos's singular point. After we exacerbated everything else around that, he was like, "I don't like Naruto because everything else around Naruto's cooler than Naruto."
Yeah. I love Kakashi. I love Rock Lee. I love Guy Sensei. I love Shikamaru. I love Neji.
So, on that note, Shikamaru might be on my list. If you want to find out the rest of my list, you got to pony up for that Patreon. But
Why y'all advertising like half these niggas aren't in the Patreon? Like, y'all all are in there. I was like, go watch the episode. It'll be there. Not yet. I don't think it just has that. Is that one come out yet? Maybe. But it'll be coming out soon.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Animexcellence. On Tuesday, we will have the Blackcellence.
I ain't telling y'all shit. Y'all come to Blackcellence. Y'all get Blackcellence for what it is. But there's been a lot of random black shit that keeps on happening that I want to talk about. So, Blackcellence episode. Serenity. Mark it on your calendar. Tuesday. It's for you. It's for you.
Next Thursday, next week, Más o Menos Mexicanos will also be back. And we'll just be talking about why do Mexicans love wrestling so fucking much.
Man.
Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful
everybody.
weekend.
Good night, everyone.
Enjoy your Cinco de Mayo. Damn, I missed it.
I forgot.
Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. I like
May
Cinco
the
de Mayo.
4th.
Bro, I literally can't hit the end button.
Uh-oh. We're trapped here. This is that one episode of Chainsaw Man.
There we go. All right. Also, if you can, watch the Canelo fight. It's going to be pretty fun.